The video we're about to get into is rather different from the others that I make, and while it is different, it isn't entirely different. I normally make videos about movies, what I think of them, but this one's about a video game, and a video game that holds a special place in my heart. Minecraft. I kid. No, while Minecraft does hold a very, very special place in my heart, this video is about Grand Theft Auto 5. And what it is today versus what it was when it first came out, and how it strongly divided a lot of people between loving and hating this game. So without further ado, this is Grand Theft Auto 5, The Forgotten Game.
Yeah, that body's a blessing, girl.
GTA 5 is a game that millions upon millions of people across the world love to play or have loved to play at some point within their gaming lives. This game is one of the most successfully released games of all time, with having generated more than $800 million of revenue in the first 24 hours of its release. That equates to approximately 11.21 million copies sold worldwide. The game was released in September of 2013 and was ultimately the biggest game at that moment of time, and for quite some time to continue. 3 days after the release of GTA 5, the game had surpassed $1 billion in sales, making it the fastest selling entertainment product in history. Grand Theft Auto 5 broke 7 Guinness World Records on the 8th of October. Best selling video game in 24 hours, best selling action adventure video game in 24 hours, highest grossing video game in 24 hours, fastest entertainment property to gross $1 billion, fastest video game to gross $1 billion, highest revenue generated by an entertainment product in 24 hours, and the most viewed trailer for an action-adventure video game. With this game being the fastest growing game in history, people were soon to get somewhat bored of just playing on their own in the single-player campaign. Then, Grand Theft Auto Online launched on the 1st of October in 2013, 2 weeks after Grand Theft Auto 5's initial release, and it was like wildfire. Everyone and their pet frog wanted to get their hands on this game and experience the newest and biggest sensation in the world. The release of this game and the online features were a massive helping hand to the content creators of YouTube, including some funny moments YouTubers like Vanos Gaming and Jacksepticeye, but also to an entirely different community compared to them, and that was the Money Glitch community. People like Lispy Jimmy and others that I do not care for, this was a huge break to those people. All they ever did was get someone to find a money glitch, and then they'd upload that money glitch, and then they'd change one word and upload it again the next day and the next day for their daily uploads, up until it got patched, and then they would wait for someone to find another one and do the same thing again. And those people were basically my heroes. A major thing that kept the community of GTA Online together was Rockstar's release of DLC. Before Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, Call of Duty would have to have been one of, if not the biggest gaming franchise by far. However, on Black Ops 2, Activision charged about $60 for the season pass, which would unlock something like 15 odd DLC maps and the gun, the Peacekeeper. But not everyone had access to $60, and that is quite a lot of money, especially due to the fact that the community of Black Ops 2 was like 11 years old. Grand Theft Auto offered all of their DLC for free, but this didn't include new maps. It included cars, and the cars were basically like camos in Call of Duty. If you had the Bugatti, you basically had Diamond or Dark Matter. But every couple of months, Rockstar would release a new DLC with new cars and events, and it was great. Until one day. This following part is my opinion, so please take it as an opinion and not sort of any factual statement. As Rockstar continued to release DLC for the game, each DLC came with more and more new features, mainly cars, guns, apartments, but where it started getting out of hand was when they were releasing yachts. That's right, yachts. The game went from grinding for days just to be able to afford the highest end apartment, which was a couple of $100,000 I think, to in 2015 releasing the GTA Online Executives and Other Criminals DLC pack, in which you could buy a fucking yacht. That ranged from $6 million all the way up to $10 million. I know the game had been out for almost 2 years, but nobody was a billionaire. However, the Online Executives and Other Criminals DLC pack was released in the same year as GTA's biggest ever DLC, which was the GTA Online Heist update. Heists were a massive part in the Grand Theft Auto single-player story campaign. It was more or less one of the only ways to get big amounts of money and have fun doing it, other than stocks. When this DLC came to GTA Online, it was one of the best things to happen. There were 5 total heist missions, all awarding more and more money as you progress. And everyone loved this, but the biggest reward was the Criminal Mastermind Award. Players got this award by playing all of the heists and their setup missions on hard, in order, with the same team, without any players dying, for a massive $10 million bonus payout. That is probably the only way to afford a yacht in this game at this point, but still, don't forget about the glitch and modding community. Everyone and their dog modded or exploited the ever-living shit out of that game, including myself. But it came to a point in which you would grind the game out and get all this money to buy a car and then be at literally under $1,000. Rockstar slowly but surely made sure it took fucking years to make money, but it just went from a game that was a fun, open world game you could have fun racing your mates, shooting people in the street, stealing vehicles and just having a good time, to a game where they have arena wars, a working casino where you can spend your every last dollar, nightclubs, weed farms, bikie clubs and almost anything you can think of. I get the game is about being a criminal, and with a car costing almost more than a house, it would make sense to me that you need to have multiple ways of making income. But people don't want to join into a lobby and get constantly blown up by some cunt that modded his money to buy an Oppressor Mark II. I sometimes really do miss sitting through classes all week to wait till Friday to then run home, jump on my Xbox and play GTA 5 all weekend with my mates for hours upon hours, doing money glitches and exploring the new missions and cars. But that's simply just not something you can relive anymore because of how much the game has changed.